You know what I don't understand when I hear people say, like, I can't take vacation this year, like, I can't afford it. Like, credit cards exist.
You raided your kid's savings so you could go on vacation.
Yeah.
The cost of a 5-day trip for a family of 4 to Disney World. Happiest place on earth.
Hello. Hope you're having a great weekend. So according to AAA, Memorial Day is expected to break records this year with about 45 million Americans who are still planning to travel this holiday weekend. Even with the higher gas prices, higher airfare, people are still prioritizing those vacations, experiences, and those times with their families. Road trips are really leading the way though, but flights and cruises are also seeing huge demand heading into summer. Some of the top domestic destinations this Memorial Day includes Orlando, Vegas, Miami, New York City, but travelers are ready to kick off that summer travel season. What this really shows is that people are continuing to choose memories and experiences, and travel still remains a huge priority for so many families out there.
You raided your kid's savings so you could go on vacation.
Yeah.
How much was there in your kid's savings?
Probably 8 to 10,000.
What the for
Ran it
your
up.
4-year-old?
I figured, I took him to New York 4 times in the last year. Disney World, the Bahamas. I ran it up on my credit cards, and I was like, well, I don't want to pay interest.
I don't want to pay interest, so let me take from my kid's future.
Well, yeah, he's like a 0% loan.
And the wife's opinion on this?
I really didn't ask for her permission before I did it. I figured he's 3, 4 now. He won't, though.
Why'd you go to Puerto Rico?
Why not?
You don't have money. You are negative $45,000 net worth.
I had
Is
money
that
in
a good
Puerto
enough
Rico.
answer?
I went to the ATM, put my card in, money came out.
Oh, you're insufferable. Good
I
enough
spent maybe 5,000.
off.
How much did I spend?
Off.
What's
You're
the
a
answer?
dude. You are so annoying. And I never want to see you again after this conversation's done. In what world do you think you should go to Puerto Rico on $5,000?
I had fun.
When you talk about 2/3 booked for 2026, these are ironclad. It's not like they're looking at it and saying, oh, we're doing okay. This is numbers, raw numbers that we actually can put pencil to and figure out what to pay for Royal Caribbean. To me, it says pay more than it's selling for.
Well, I think that's and that's by the way how our yield management tools that are fueled by AI work. You were 2/3 of the way booked for this year, and that puts us in a position to effectively manage pricing. And we try to encourage everybody to book early, not just in order to get maybe the price points that you want, but also to make sure that you're getting the vacation experience you want, which is not just about your booking on the ship, but it's also, and we have been seeing this, the pre-booking activities for all the wonderful things and experiences you can have on and off the ship during your vacation period.
You know what I don't understand when I hear people say, like, I can't take vacation this year, like, I can't afford it. Like, credit cards exist. Take out an Amex card, put it on the credit card, and just pay it off. Like, the bank is literally giving you free money. So book that Italy, Europe vacation. Like, there you go. That's a hack.
This is probably going to piss people off, but one thing I will not skip while on our debt-free journey is the vacations. Traveling is like my love language. It refills my bucket, and I also love to use points and work the systems. We have over $100,000 in debt. I have shared our debt-free journey a lot last year. I kind of had to take a break for the last couple months. We are going to San Diego for a week. I want to know, how much do you think it's going to cost grand total? Flights from Indy to San Diego, accommodations, a rental car, and we're going to Universal for a day. And I bought the express pass because go big or go home. Drop it in the comments below. How much do you think that is going to cost my family of 4?
I was personally victimized by a timeshare presentation. Let's talk about it. First of all, I think it's important to say that we were sought out at a casino. I personally was not educated on timeshare in the slightest. I just knew that while we were in Vegas, I wanted to see the Matt Apple show. We had been keeping our eyes on tickets, just checking in, and most of them were sold out, and the only ones left were like $200 a piece. And so we stopped, we gave these people the time of day, and wish I hadn't. I have a background in sales, so I sort of know the ins and outs, what people are going to say to BS. And also my sister and my husband their background is in sales as well.
What's wrong with you? Talking about
Sometimes you just
lock-in.
have to go on vacation.
Mental health vacation could be literally just going on a walk around the block.
No.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
on
yeah.
a flight, it's not a vacation.
Road trips are not vacations.
No, I cannot do a road trip.
You cannot, but people do road trips
No. For what? No.
to go
Fly
places.
there. No.
Okay, yeah, sure, fly there, but also this is not true. You're going to a vacation destination. That's not the definition of a vacation necessarily.
Maybe. I
How
feel like-
frequently are we doing these?
I feel like I could probably once a quarter have a nice vacation.
Oh my gosh. No, you're in
Yeah.
horrible debt.
The math will math.
Yeah, but how can you do that if you're going to do a 50,000 hour yard and then 20 for, which is more debt than you have now outside of your mortgage? Like you'd be
Maybe
more
I'll-
than doubling your debt.
Yeah, but see, this is manageable debt right now.
Manageable. Then why are you even the here?
Maybe it's not quite manageable.
And what are you talking about? This lock in? What lock in? There's no lock in.
It
You've never
will,
heard
it
of
will.
locking
It'll
in.
happen,
What have you
Matt.
ever locked in your life?
The cost of a 5-day trip for a family of 4 to Disney World. Happiest place on earth. So we're going to take 2 adults and we're going to take 2 kids between the ages of 3 and 9. So you're going to need about 5 days, 5 nights of hotels, 4 to 5 days of park passes. Multi-day use ticket-based pricing now for 5-day base ticket, 1 park a day, is about between 570 to 870 adults. So the sweet spot there is about $700 for tickets each person and about $500 for the kids. You're at $2,400 for tickets. Let's go to lodging. But we're going to go with on-site because most families want to be on-site. If you go off-site, you save money on the lodging, but you have to pay for transportation. On estimate, if you go super cheap, about $225 a night. If you go middle of the road, you're talking about $400 a night. And if you want to do like the nicer places, $800 to $900 a night. $1,100 for the hood of Disney, $2,000 middle of the road, and you're at $4,000 if you want to be in like one of the nicer ones. We're gonna go middle of the road, right? So now we're at $4,500. Here's where they really get you. Food. If you are going on a budget for food, you are talking about $200 a day. On average, snacks, quick service at the carts and stuff like that, maybe a table service if you have some chance at a discount one, you're talking about $350 a day. And if you decide to go to one of the little like themed ones, you're talking about $500 a day. Let's go mid-range. Now you're at another $1,750. We'll go low end. We'll call it $6,000 now. Don't forget your flights. The average round trip for a family of 4 right now is about $1,500, $7,500. Airport to the resort is going to cost you about $50 per adult round trip. It's another 200 and something bucks there. But here's where they really get you. They're going to get you to buy the Lightning Lane Multipass. That's going to cost you about $650. We'll round around, call it $8,500 because we're up and down a little bit here, okay? You're going to walk out of there with merchandise. Let's say you go low end of merch for 5 days. Let's call it $300. You are going to spend $8,500. But the average family, as of 2026, between $10,000 and $15,000.
The worst story you've seen.
On the street, I met a guy who at Disney, they were 180 grand in debt, in consumer debts, and they were at Disney, and they told me they were dropping $1,000 a day to be there for a week. And that's the clip that went viral on Instagram. That was the picture of what you expect at Disney, right? This person who's in crippling debt going, I just want to go on a trip. I need a vacation from the reality of my life, which is crippling debt. So that one stuck with me because I felt for them. And I talked to them afterwards and I gave them the EveryDollar budgeting app and kind of coached them a little bit, gave them some next steps. Because the point of those man on the street videos is not to make someone feel bad about their vacation. The point is to create a little bit of conviction that I can do better and I know how to do better now. And therefore, our ignorance was bliss until now.
I committed to a trip to Thailand. We committed to a trip to Thailand a year out, and it was this last March.
Yeah.
And so I put the flights on that.
Why are we going on trips, guys? I want you guys to go on so many trips you have no idea. It just makes no sense now. Why? Why is Thailand more important? I don't understand.
I think
it was an opportunity.
To
yeah.
rack the card all the way back up.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of looked at it as we could do this as our honeymoon, and after our actual wedding, we could do something like meet with Caleb Hammer instead of going on a trip like most
So you'd
people
want
do.
to get yourself financially first?
Well, I didn't think of it like that. At the time, I thought, we'd have quite a few months to pay it off.
And how's that going?
Not very well.
It's that minimum monthly payment is pretty much all.
Yes, we're stacking it with another $291 minimum monthly payment with a balance of $4,792.30.
2 cruise ships, 1 stolen card, and you getting arrested before you're boarding your second cruise. No, that wasn't on your bingo card right before Christmas. Boarded the Carnival cruise ship at the Miami port. Everything was already paid for legitimately, but once you went onto the cruise ship, you decided that you were going to put a card that was not yours, that you did not authorize to pay the gratuities and any onboard charges. Thought the transaction was okay because it said that it was pending, but you went ahead and added on a couple more drinks. You went ahead and charged your rights to the card that was on file, but it was not yours. Carnival customer service let you know we have to have a payment on file. You're saying, well, it says that it's pending. What exactly do you want me to do? They're saying that unfortunately the authorization did not go through. You went ahead and you added another card on file to make the payment for the actual gratuity for Carnival cruise ship. Got off Carnival cruise ship and you went to go board your next ship was Royal Caribbean, one port to the next port. Unfortunately, you were not able to get on because the card that you were using to pay for that gratuity as well came up as being reported as stolen. You also reported the authorized transaction that you did on your card for the gratuity for Carnival cruise ship was stolen in a fraudulent transaction, and you didn't know what it was. Instead of boarding the cruise ship at the port, you were denied boarding and you were arrested. On vacation, and they decided that they were going to do whatever they were going to do and then report it as being fraud. They reported 3 weeks later. So not, oh my gosh, I see all these transactions. What's going on? Let me go ahead and report it. You waited 3 weeks to report these quote unquote fraud transactions. But the thing is, people redo this all the time, and that's why when you check into hotels, they have your ID. That's why when you go and you rent cars, they have your ID. They are documenting all your information. So this happens so much that people are reporting that things that are not fraudulent are fraudulent, and you think that you may get your money back. Even if you get a credit or temporarily have your money back, that doesn't mean that your investigation is over. That doesn't mean that, oh, I'm not going to have to pay this money. Baby, just as fast as you got that credit, the credit can be removed.